And now we're ready to edit the footer. So the footer is really important. It's an important part of your website because it's a part of your website that should be on every single page. Okay, and a lot of people know that when they go to websites, that if they're looking for something, some important information, whether it be phone number, email address, contact us, certain pages that may not be in this top area here, social media, most people know that it's down the bottom. So if you're ever stuck anywhere on a web page, you don't know where to find it, go to the footer, and generally there's where all the important links are. Okay, and we're going to be editing that right here. So here we have a template, and I'll show you how to edit it. But I want to show you something really, really, really cool, and it is called the Divi Theme Builder. Now, what this is what it does is it allows you to create a template that can be reused throughout your entire website over and over and over again, so you don't have to build it multiple times. You don't even have to copy and paste it multiple times. You give it a rule and say, on every single page, I want you to show this thing, this footer, which is what we're going to create. So every time that you create a new page, you don't have to add in the footer section. The footer section will already be there. And this theme builder can be really handy for lots of different things. One of them being the footer. Another one being blog posts, because in blog posts you might want to have a certain call to action on the bottom of every blog post. So you might have another section on the bottom which is a call to action just above this footer, and you might say, on every single blog post I want this call to action. So on the home page and contact page and other certain pages, you may just want to have the footer because you've got the call to action in different areas, like up here. But you can create that rule for all of your blog posts. Another cool thing is landing pages. With a landing page, that is specifically made to get people to download an ebook or download a PDF or put their email address in to get a free consultation, and you have a page that's specifically for that. The best practice for those kinds of pages is to not have a menu, no header, and no footer. So there's no way that they can get distracted and link to other pages. There's only one thing that they can do on that page, and that one thing is to enter their email address and their name into the opt-in form and to get sent their free thing. We don't want them to get distracted. So what we do is we remove the footer, we remove the header, and we say on every page that it has the category landing page, no footer, no header. And so you never need to try to manually take away those things. It's every single time you create a new page and you click the little category landing page, it's automatically going to have those different things that you want. No footer, no header. So that is the power of the Divi Theme Builder. And I'm going to show you how you can add this footer here to every page and not have to edit it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click delete and get rid of that, because we're going to add it somewhere else. And don't worry if you think that all of the styling has lost, because in the Divi Library, which is where you can store certain things. For example, I can add this contact page here to the Divi Library. So here I can go save to library if I want to use it somewhere else, and I can go contact. Here maybe I'll call it motorbike hero contact section or contact form section. Okay, and I can make it a global item, which means that if I ever update this hero contact form section, it's going to update it everywhere. So that's another cool thing. And also here you can see that I can create a new category. And maybe this category can be specifically for Motorbike Hero ones, Motorbike Hero, because there were my default template items, and here I'm going to keep the ones that I've created as separate. So put it in this category, save to library. But I digress. I'd like to show you all the cool things that we can do with Divi. So I'm just going to save that. And you can see here that I'm hovering over it and it's turned green. Green means that it's a global item. It's a global, which means that if I change this, it's going to change it in other places too. It's changing like the global template. So let's get out of this now. So now I'm back into my WordPress dashboard. I'm going to go down to Divi. So Divi, I've got a few options here. Divi Theme options, which we've looked at. The Divi Library, we haven't looked at it, but I want to show you. Look, this is where all those sections were. These are all the sections that came with the template. Yep. And this is the one that I've just created, and I've added it into a category called Motorbike Hero. I could also add these to a new category if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that now. Okay, but where I did want to go to now is the Divi Theme Builder. Now this is what your theme builder will look like when you first go into it. There should be a default website template. This is the one they give you, this first template, and it's going to be anytime you add anything to this one here, it's going to add it to every single page. All right. So now let's add global footer. Oh, and I want to add from library because we've got one in the library. I could build a global footer from scratch, but I'm actually going to just grab it from the library because I know that it's there. So I'm going to go to your saved layouts. Oh, no results. Ah. Is it here? Body layouts, footy layouts. It's not a page. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm just gonna go build global footer. Sometimes things don't work as I expect. Okay, so we're just building it from scratch. So now we have a blank template here. What I want to do is I want to right click on this add new section. Actually, I want to just normal click it. Add from library, and here we've taken to the Divi Library, and I want to add in the footer section. So this is the template that we're given. Now I can get rid of this one that we were given there. Here we go. All right, so now we are editing this footer. Now I don't really like the white. I actually really like dark backgrounds for footers at the moment. I might change my mind later. So here I've gone into the section settings, and now I'm going to click on this dark one right now. Get rid of that. Sometimes Divi tries to help a bit too much. Why is it? Okay, let's just get rid of that. Don't know what happened there. So now all of my text has gone and disappeared, which is not what I want. I want to take this and I want to make the text. Firstly, I'm going to change that from heading 1 to heading 2. Actually, I'm going to change it to heading 3. Okay, so design. Text, I want to make it white so it stands out really nicely. I could make it, no, I'm going to make it white. And then the heading text number 3 is that one there, which we just made it. Default, I can make it maybe ultra bold. I can make it white and style it the same way as the other ones, okay? Oh, I think that looks good. I could make it red. That does look kind of cool, doesn't it? Here we go. Text. I might just put my email address in here, say at motorbikehero.com, and maybe I will what I'll do is anytime anyone clicks on this, I want it to open up their own mail service provider and start make it really, really easy for them to send me an email. And it's going to, once they click on it, it's going to link to their email account. So I'm going to copy this. So copy. I'm going to highlight it, make sure it's highlighted. Click this link button here. Now I'm going to type this exactly. If you're copying me, type mail to, no spacing, dot, no spacing, and then paste your email address. So it needs to be exactly like this, mail to dot, and then your email address. We can give it a title like Motorbike Hero email. And the target, we want it to go into a new window, which means it's going to open up in a new tab or in a new window. It's not going to make us go away from our website, because we don't want anyone clicking on this link to go away from our website. We just want their email to pop up. If you're not sure what that means, don't worry about it. Just give it a go. You can actually play around with these, try the different settings, test it, and then click on it and see the difference. See what happens when you have these two different settings on it. Okay. This one here, we can also make this a clickable link, which opens up someone's phone. If someone's on their phone and they click on it, then it's going to open up on their phone, ready to hit the call button to make it easy. You know, everything that our product or service does, ultimately, and I learnt this the other day and I love it, ultimately is to make someone's life easier. Okay? In some way or another, we want to make life as easy as possible for our clients. We don't want to make life harder for them. We want to do things as easy as possible. This is why I'm making this course, to make it to make life easier for you. Or I hope it's making life easier for you. And these little details, paying attention to these little details, are going to make life easier for the person, instead of them, opening up their phone and going like, typing in, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how do we do that? We copy this number, copy. We open up we click this little link button, and then we go tel, dot, and then paste the number in there. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take out all of the spaces. This. There we go. I'm going to say phone, maybe Motorbike Hero phone number, and target new window. And definitely give it a test. Test it out, see if it works. Okay, there we go. Some weird stuff happening here. Okay. Click on OK there. Alright, so now we'll go to the next one. Maybe I will go copy module styles, paste module styles. It did not do that much, but I'll show you why that probably happened, because this is on heading 2. I want to change it to heading 3. Now it's similar to that one there. Okay, and I'll do the same to this one. Maybe not, because it's not a text module. Sometimes you can, you can copy a text module styles over to another text module, but if I copy a text module style and try to paste it onto a call to action or an email opt-in, it won't work, because they're set up differently. Okay, so here, title text. We'll go, H3, this one here, that one there. Wow, what happened? That was weird. We'll go back to where it was. Title text. So we've made it a heading 3. I want it to be default. And then that one. And also ultra bold. There. So now let's go to text. Body text, actually. Poppins regular, that's fine. And there's a button. We want that button to be our favorite red color. There we go. And maybe this one here is a more generic subscription instead of the subscription that it was to download the PDF. Maybe it was like, stay updated with us, or stay in touch, keep in touch. This one here. All of the social media, I might get rid of LinkedIn, Google Plus, Twitter. Maybe I'll just keep Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram as my 3 social media thingies. And let's link in a new tab. That's good. Make a follow. Nah, don't really like that. Design. Should we give it a different color? Icon color. How do I make the background of it different? Okay, maybe if I do the background color, that'll work. Nope, that is definitely not what I wanted. Design. Custom icon size. Nope. Advanced. Maybe if I go into this Facebook one, design, icon color. Nope. I know it's here somewhere. Is it filters? No. Background. Maybe it's this one right here. Background. Here we go. So now I've made it this color. Maybe I'll make it that color instead. Or maybe I don't like any of them and I want it to be the normal social media colors. So if I just go new, social media follow, okay? So now here they're the actual colors that I like. I'm going to get rid of Twitter. I will add Pinterest, Instagram. And instead of Pinterest, actually, makes more sense that I would have a YouTube channel. There we go. And then I can delete this one up here. But I do like the size of those. I think I'd like to make these ones bigger. So design, sizing. Icon custom size. There we go. Bit bigger. There we go. Maybe 20 pixels. Good. And in order to add my social media channels, I would go to Facebook, I would click on link, and then I would add the account link into here. So it would be whatever it is, https://www.facebook.com/motorbike-hero. If I were you, I would probably go to the Facebook, go to your page if you have one, copy the link and then paste it because it's easy to make mistakes when it comes to writing URLs. And if you have one letter wrong or one thing wrong, then it won't link properly. And I recommend that you check all of your links. Check all of your links actually when going through your website. Make sure that they're all working. But this doesn't exist currently, so I'm not going to link there. I'm just going to put this hash symbol in there. And what that means is it's going to make it work. The link works. It doesn't go anywhere. It's done that weird thing again. It doesn't go anywhere, but anyway, it's just a good placeholder to have for links. Okay, and that's that. Now, is there anything else that we need to do here? I think it looks quite good at the moment. I think it would look, you know, maybe this subscription would be a little bit better if it was bigger. For example, in this, there's 3 evenly spaced thingies there. I might want to have 3 not evenly spaced thingies, if that makes sense. So maybe I would do this so that that subscription box is a bit bigger. No? Yeah. The other thing I can do is let's make it 4. Okay. Now this is a little bit, it does look a little bit cramped. Well, let's see if we can fix these things. Layout, sizing, auto. If we change it to 100%, it's a little bit better. But here, you know, let's have a look. Maybe I want to put in, let's go, a blog. My blog content. I could potentially do that. See, look, it's made it huge. But what I can do here is blogs. What I can do is I can change the elements so I see less. So no featured image, maybe no excerpt, no pagination. And here now I've got a couple of my blogs here. Design it a little bit nicer. Make it light. There we go. Title text. Maybe the title, I'll make it, what happened there? I'll make it Poppins. I'll make it a bit smaller. Maybe 16. Maybe I'll make the meta text, which is this stuff here, smaller, 12. And maybe I can make that color. Maybe a bit shorter line height. So it's a bit more crushed in a good way. Now I'll copy this here and call it latest posts. So that is something that we can do there if we want to. Obviously don't have to, we can change it, but that's kind of cool, huh? So now what I want to do is I do want to tell you that remember in the last page, the home page, you saw privacy policy and terms of use down the bottom. Well, if we put a global footer, those 2 things that come default with WordPress are going to be deleted. So we need to add them here manually, and I'm going to show you how I usually do that. So here I'm going to, I might just add it below here. So add new row. I'm going to add 2 of these. I'm going to add a text module. And here I'm going to say privacy policy. Now this is going to be a link that goes to my privacy policy. It could be a button. I could put a button in here, but I have just created a text. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this text link. I'm going to make this whole text box link to my privacy policy. So in order to do that, I click on link. And I click on this little button here, use dynamic content, and I'm just going to choose the page because the privacy policy is a page, it's not a post. It's not the home page. It's not the author page. It's not any other. It's not any other thing. It's a page, and I'm going to pick it from the drop-down list. Privacy policy. There we go. And now, whenever anyone clicks on this text box, it's going to link to the privacy policy. Obviously, it needs to be styled a bit better. So design, sizing, I'm going to move it to the left here. I'm also going to move this text over to the right. Sorry, the right. I've got to get my left and right correct. And I'm going to make it white. Okay. So I don't think it needs any more than that. I think it's fine, just like that. And yeah. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to drag it over here. And I'm going to edit this one. This one is going to be your terms of use. Terms of use. It's going to be on the other side. So let's go to design. Actually, before we do that, we're going to link it to the right page. So we get rid of that page link. Click on use dynamic content. Click on page link. And we choose the page that we want. So this one is terms of use. And tick. So now we go back to design, go to text, and we want to align it to the left. And we can also align that module to the left as well, but it's not super important. So there we go. Now we have two buttons that are going to our privacy policy and terms of use. And we can also create a little copyright statement. So here I just create a new text module. And here I'm going to type in copyright. Copyright symbol, I believe, is option G. It is. There we go, option G. And we can just go motorbike hero. Then a little thing here. Actually, I'm going to show you this cool little trick. This is a little button here called use dynamic content. Dynamic meaning it changes. Okay. I'm going to cut this. So cut. And I'm going to click on this. So there's a whole bunch of things that we can use to automatically add content or dynamic, like add content for us. So it's not like hard coded into the page. For example, the way that we're going to do it here is I want to have copyright, the copyright, the motorbike hero business name. Then I want it to have the date, and then I want it to have to say after all rights reserved. Okay, that's usually what I put in the bottom of a website. But the date and the year, I'm not going to put in the actual date now, but I'm going to have the year 2021, which is the year that I'm making this video, 2021. But when it comes to 2022, I want it to automatically update. I don't always want to have to go back to my website and go like, well, it's now 2022. I've got to update it so that the copyright is valid. I want it to update automatically. So this way, Divi is going to grab the current date of the current day, and it's going to input that information for us. So let's go current date. And the date format is, and there's a bunch of different formats here. I just want the year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go custom. And I'm just going to go big Y. And here, big Y is the code for 2021. And so before, I'm going to have this copyright motorbike hero. You can barely see it because I forgot to change the color beforehand. But that's all right. I'll show it to you after. And then after it, I want to have a space, a straight line, and then I want to say all rights reserved. Just like that. Now I'll edit it so we can see it, but I'm just going to click the save to save changes. And I'm going to hit the design button, go to text, make it white. There we go. Or even I could make it this color. That looks cool. Now I want to center it. Center. And there we go. Cool. Now I'm just going to get rid of this spacing here because I don't need all of that. I also don't need all this spacing in here either. Sometimes it's easier for me to just drag there, but maybe I do want a bit more spacing in between here. 50 pixels. There we go. I think it's looking good. Do you think it's looking good? I think it looks good. I think that's it for the footer. If you wanted this to be a different color, you know, like the whole line across, you could click on, you know, add new section, regular, and then drag these ones, like drag both of these down into here, like so. And then make this a different color. So the background, we could make it this color like that. Okay, get rid of that. Get out of there. And then, oh, I want to drag this up. Like so, you know, something like this. If you wanted to have another thing on the bottom, you know, I would probably make this black so it stands out a bit better. But in this case, I'm going to hit the Command Z or Control Z, and I'm going to go back because I liked it how it was before. That's just personal preference. Yeah. So I was just hitting the Command Z button. It's the back button, really handy to know, or Control Z if you are on a PC. So I'm pretty happy with this now. I'm going to hit the Save button. Now it's saved. Let's go check to see if it actually shows up on the pages, on the home page, because remember we deleted it. So hit save there as well. Motorbike Hero, visit site. Open that in a new tab. There we go. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. And there we go. Our footer is down the bottom. Very cool. And here are our updated blog posts, our subscription, some contact information, our social media. We could put some other, you know, information here, but for now I'm just gonna, you know, not gonna. We're just doing the styling at the moment. Here, if I click on this, ooh, it's taken me to my email. So yeah, I'll show you what that happens. So compose from here, and I'm not going to go into my email, but what it did was it opened up my own email account to make it easy, really easy to send an email. Let's and it puts this up in the to line. So I'm going to zay@motorbikehero.com. Let's click on this. And it's going to ask me to open up an application. I'm not going to do that right now because I can't really call people from my desktop, but this is what it will do. It'll be handy on your phone. I just deleted the page. Yep. So now that's down the bottom, and it should show on every other page. Now let's just double check to see if these go to the right page. Privacy policy. Yep. Ugly privacy policy. And terms of use. Click on that. Yep. Goes to terms of use. Blog post. Yep. Goes to that blog post. I'm not going to test subscription because I didn't set that up yet, and that's fine. And I'm not going to test these because I didn't set that up either. But all of those main ones work, and that's all we're going to do for now. Obviously, we still need to change these, but I'm not going into those yet. I'm just mainly doing the styling here. Okay, I hope that this has been valuable and useful for you, and enjoy building your footer and styling it to your brand. And I'll see you in the next video.